You guys, Christmas has come early if you are a Sister Wives fan. Ms. Gwendlyn Brown has finally launched her YouTube channel. And in her first posted video, she reacts to season 17, episode 2. Gwen has such a refreshing personality. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to see her drag Kody a little more than she did. But then I have to sit back and remember that Kody is her actual real life father. So I get it. I think Gwen really did a fantastic job of giving her followers a insider's perspective and reaction to the episode, while at the same time remaining respectful and diplomatic and not getting too salacious. All in all, I just have to say, get that bag, Gwen. Since launching her Patreon and now her YouTube channel, something Gwen has been pretty honest and open about is that she is not the biggest fan of Robyn. And being that she is talking about this so publicly now, I can only imagine that this is not going to go over well with Kody, and that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Merry early Christmas everyone and happy holidays. If you haven't subscribed to Gwen already, I will link her YouTube channel down in the description of this video so you can watch the video and support our girl Gwen. So like I said in the intro, her first video was reacting to season 17, episode 2, which was titled, "Is there a favorite wife?" Overall, I think her reaction and her commentary was really measured and diplomatic. And like I was saying, I think that we, the viewer, might have wanted her to show a little more sass and pettiness. But we do have to sit back and remind ourselves, and this is me literally reminding myself, that this is their real lives. These are their real family relationships, and Kody is their real father. A couple things stood out to me from Gwen's commentary. One thing that really stood out to me is that at different points, she's reacting to her dad's interview, and at another point, she's reacting to an interview with her mom. And she makes the comment that when her dad is speaking, she finds herself agreeing with her dad. And when her mom is speaking, she finds herself agreeing with her mom. The reason why that stood out to me is that it is obvious that Kody's kids' hearts have not hardened towards him. A moment of subtle sass that I did appreciate was Gwen did point out at one point that Dayton was still living at home when Kody was going on and on about the fact that Janelle needed to kick Gabe and Garrison out. At the end of her reaction to the episode, Gwen answered questions that were submitted by patrons on her Patreon. And again, in these answers, she is direct and diplomatic. She did not come to drag anyone. That's really obvious. But she is very honest and comes across very genuine. But here is where I worry. Gwen is particularly honest about her feelings about Robyn. I think in part because the bulk of the questions she gets asked are about Kody and Robyn. She is not mean by any means, but she is very clear that there just is no relationship with Robyn. And the reason why that worries me is because we see throughout season 17 that Kody goes all the way off on Gabriel and Garrison for them questioning Robyn. And that occurred privately. It does cause genuine concern about what Kody's reaction is going to be to see such honesty from one of his children out there for public consumption. So let's go over a few questions that Gwen answered. Here, a follower asked her if Kody has reflected on his shitty parenting and if he's working to rectify any of that.
And then Shelly Rosa says, does your dad ever look back and realize the lies he's told based on history and the recorded proof? Also, is there any chance he might see his mistakes and form better relationships with his children? As people, I think that we're all typically ignorant to our mistakes and when we've hurt our loved ones, especially our loved ones, and we're pretty unlikely to admit when we've done wrong. He's not actively reaching out to us. I've had to reach out to him and ask when he's available, but he has been working on it, and I think that he is getting better, and with time he will get better.
As you can tell by the way I introduced that clip, I am a lot more petty than Gwen. Gwen says that she believes that people are generally ignorant to their mistakes, and I don't disagree with her at all. But the thing with Kody is that Kody literally has the ability to watch his life back for the past 10 plus years. Additionally, his kids have said that they've tried to have conversation with him and it goes nowhere. And of course, the one thing that really stuck out to me is she says to this day, because this video was posted only a few days ago, that she is the one that has to reach out to Kody, that Kody is not good about reaching out to at least her. And we saw that this was an issue for Kody throughout season 17. He still has yet to learn that phones work both ways. All these kids deserve so much better. The next question I want to talk about is someone asked Gwen if watching the show back made her feel differently about Robyn or Kody.
So has seeing the way people behave made us feel different about Robyn or Kody? I do feel less about Robyn from watching this, but I feel like that's not very fair from me because I don't really like her as a person. So it's probably not a completely valid response, but watching her makes me like her less for sure.
And this is where Gwen just really lays it out. Gwen says that she doesn't really like Robyn as a person, and watching the show back makes her like her less. And like I've been saying, as you can see with her answer, she isn't mean or petty or sassy. She says this very matter-of-factly. It just is what it is. Another follower asked Gwen if Kody treats Robyn as poorly as he treats everyone else, since he is primarily spending all of his time with Robyn.
All right, and then Mango Tango says, we see Kody being much more ill-tempered and seemingly uncaring in regards to Christine, Mary, and Janelle this season, with him spending even more time with Robyn around this time due to COVID. Do you know if he was acting this way towards her some too? We haven't really seen Kody and Robyn being filmed together, just the two of them, with the main focus being on other things. That's true. The main focus has been being on the divorce. In this episode, Robyn does point out that he's like more ill-tempered, as the question mentions, and he's meaner and kind of scarier. So I imagine that she's not getting like the same princess treatment, but I'm sure she's still receiving more and kinder attention from him.
So Gwen acknowledges that Robyn describes that Kody is more ill-tempered in that episode that she was reacting to. But this is what I found amusing. She says that she is not sure if Robyn is still receiving the princess treatment, but she assumes that Robyn is still being treated kinder than the rest of the family. I find that reasonably shady, and I'm here for it. Another person asked Gwen if it's true when Robyn says that when she reaches out to other family members, she's just met with walls.
Then Jolene Carriera says, in this episode, Robyn continues to say that she tried reaching out to Janelle and her kids. She's always saying she reached out to everybody, but she's met with walls. Nobody responds to her calls. However, I've never seen her reach out to anyone. Is she doing it off camera? So Robyn's never reached out to me like she claims. I reached out to her on her birthday. I sent her a happy birthday. But she never did the same to me. So from my perspective, that's not, the truth is what she claims. But at a recent family event, she did go specifically up to my girlfriend and introduce herself. And Beatrice does say that she was kind and sweet. So I appreciate her at least making some sort of an attempt to reach out.
Gwen tells us that Robyn has never reached out to her, but she's not quite sure about the other family members. I think we can probably reasonably assume that it's probably the same for everyone else. However, Gwen does take the time to tell us that Robyn at one family gathering did meet her fiance Beatrice and that she was very nice to her. That is really lovely to hear, but at the same time, I do think that that's kind of just like the bare minimum of social decency. But I am glad that Robyn is not an ice cold bitch to the significant others of the kids. I guess she acts that way just to the kids themselves. Now, I don't think that Kody would necessarily be surprised by Gwen's comments here if he was being honest with himself. And I know that is a big ask for Kody, but I do wonder how upset Kody is going to be to find out that Gwen is sharing these comments so publicly. Gwen was not rude or mean or nasty, but I can still see Kody taking it as some sort of personal attack on himself and those who are loyal to him. And the reason why I say that is because just a few episodes ago, Kody had this completely irrational reaction to Janelle's boys' attempts to have a relationship with him.
There's a lot of stuff that has gone under the bridge here that I'm not just going to ignore, because I'm not going to just sit and have everybody over and act like everything's peachy and fine without working those things out. I'm not going to have them come to my house for Thanksgiving if they've got animosity towards me or somebody that is connected to me.
Kody is really defensive of Robyn because Robyn is the only wife that is unquestionably obedient to him. And Peyton has stated publicly that his dad did not have a good reaction when he wore that "What Does the Nanny Do" shirt in that one TikTok that he made. I cannot imagine that Gwen speaking publicly about her feelings of Robyn will help bring her and her father closer together. But with all of that being said, I am so glad that Gwen is choosing to speak out publicly and share her experience on what it was like growing up in this family. I think all of the kids deserve to have their voices be heard on their terms if they want to. None of the kids had a choice when the family signed up for the show. And obviously the show gives an edited depiction of the Brown family's lives. It's refreshing that Gwen has created a platform for herself where nobody is going to try to silence her, hopefully, and she can really share her experience. Honestly, I hope more of the kids choose to speak out and share their experiences because I don't think any of them have identical experiences. But of course, it should be on their terms if they want to. Let me know what you guys think of Gwen's first commentary and reaction video. I thought it was fantastic. Do you guys share my concern that it might not go over so well with Kody? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at realiteasquad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.